G'day trendsetters, and welcome to what hopefully will become a fairly irregular Tomato Tuesday. Now, tomatoes, every year I grow tomatoes and I say I'll never do it again. And then come September, I come up with all these ideas and different ways and things to do with and for tomatoes. And one of the main things I've decided to change about my tomato growing is to be more proactive rather than reactive. So instead of waiting for a disease to occur or plants becoming malnourished, whatever, is to get ahead of the game, stay ahead of the game. So along those lines, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But that's beside the point and will appear in future videos on what I'm doing in different areas around tomatoes. Today though, I have the current issue of Gardening Australia. And in there it says on the front, on the cover, how to grow perfect tomatoes. So they've managed to condense into one page what you might find in a whole book on how to grow tomatoes. The article's by Phil Dubman, and I just thought I'd go through some of the steps that he's mentioned here because they are good steps. And if you find anything useful in there, then all well and good. But steps to success. Timing is critical. Tomatoes like warm conditions with daytime temperatures in the range of 21 to 29 degrees Celsius. Spring is the best time to plant in temperate areas, which is what I am, warm temperate. But in cold districts, hold off until the soil has warmed and the risk of frost has passed. Now, it's the end of August for me. I can, in the first 2, maybe 3 weeks of September, still get a frost, so I won't be planting any tomatoes out here until possibly the 3rd week. Keep an eye on the weather. If it's good, if it's not looking good, then I'll leave it right till the end of September before I plant my tomatoes here. So, thank you, Phil. Good advice so far. In the subtropics, which I'm not, in the subtropics, you can grow a good crop in spring if you pay close attention to pest control, but the most trouble-free time is autumn and winter. In the tropics, plant in autumn for a dry season crop. To make the most of your local season, sow plants 1 to 2 months before the optimal growing period, which I've done, but that will be in another video. Start seed in punnets, then grow the seedling on in pots. That way they will be well established before they go in the ground and they'll fruit earlier and for longer. At planting, bury some of the lower stem by digging a deeper hole and laying the stem in a shallow trench. I'll demonstrate that as well in a future video. Extra roots will form along the stem, giving the plant greater access to moisture and nutrients. Right, good soil is a given. Absolutely. Tomatoes must have excellent drainage and the soil should be rich in compost. I, as in Phil, always add a fertiliser based on poultry manure, which is rich in nutrients. I also add rock minerals to boost trace elements. Position plants where they'll receive plenty of sunshine with protection from strong winds. If you get a freak hot period, cover plants with shade cloth to minimise heat stress and protect fruit from sunscald. Pay attention to watering. Keep the soil evenly moist as temperatures rise. If not, the fruit may suffer from splitting or blossom end rot, a brown sunken lesion at the base where the flower once was. Bury a 25 centimetre long piece of agricultural or PVC pipe vertically on either side of each plant, leaving about 3 to 5 centimetres above the ground. Then just fill the pipes every time you water to help get moisture directly to the root zone. I won't do that. It's up to you if you want to try that. I prefer just to have a little sprinkler and just leave it on running slowly around the plant and just let it soak right through. Horses for courses. Training is important. Most tomato vines grow 2 to 4 metres long and need support. A single tomato stake won't cut it. Go for at least 2, or better still, set up a trellis system. Vines produce lots of side shoots, creating a crowded mess of growth, so it's best to restrict the number of leaders to 2 or 3. Spend some time each week pinching or pruning out excess side shoots and tying the main leaders loosely to the trellis. Remove any diseased material at the same time to keep the vines clean. All right, so far so good. Thanks, Phil. Dealing with disease. Verticillium wilt has been an issue in my garden, a soil-borne fungal disease. It causes yellowing and shriveling of leaves and eventually plant death. It persists in the soil, so once you've had it, problems can reappear. This makes the practice of crop rotation essential. You should rest tomato plant beds for at least 3 years. That's probably good advice whether you've got verticillium wilt or not. Just don't plant tomatoes in the same place. Find a different place each year and keep it in at least a 3-year rotation. The disease can be spread via tools and boots, so hygiene is important. Grafted plants can offer a way out. They're usually popular varieties that have been grafted onto disease-resistant stock. Look for them at your local nursery or have a go at grafting. Something I've never tried, but I've been curious about, and I probably will try, but not this year. I've had great success with using disease-resistant Furline F1 hybrid as a rootstock. Never heard of Furline F1. Suppose, I don't know where you get seeds or rootstock or anything for that. But there are many others. Watch out for pests, of course. And my favourite pest, my most persistent pest is fruit fly, and he goes on to talk about it here. Of the different pests that can affect tomatoes, fruit fly is the most damaging. If you're in a fruit fly area, they can destroy your entire crop. The most reliable way to protect fruit is with pest exclusion bags made from finely woven fabrics or waxed paper. Slip them on over trusses of fruit and as soon as they form, or use exclusion nets to cover entire plants. Just lift the nets every few days and give the flowers a little flick to disperse the pollen to ensure pollination of your tomato plants, ensuring fruiting. Very good. So there you go, fully condensed into one page. And that's your lot for today. I will be back. I do have at least 3 other tomato videos that I need to get through in the next month. So Tomato Tuesday will be fairly regular for a little while. Let me know what you think. Do you like the idea of Tomato Tuesday, or should I just can it? Can it? Tomatoes? Can? All right, that's it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.